Hi friends, I'm Lunastrations, and once again, I am having allergies. I have been gone for a little while. Blame college. Never be a chemistry major, worst mistake of my life. I'm back now though, with another redesign video, because why not? The past year has been very hard for the Winx Club fandom. If you, for whatever reason, don't know what Winx Club is, it was a magical girl cartoon from Italy. It started in 2004, and it's about a group of 6 girls who train to become fairies and save the magical dimension. I am pretty attached to this show. I grew up with the first 2 seasons because those were the only ones on Netflix. So for the longest time, I had no idea what the frick Enchantix was or any of the other transformations. In September of this year, the Winx Club Reboot was released, and it was really bad, actually. It was not only terrible quality, but a lot of the conceptual work was made with AI, which is bad, if you didn't know that somehow. And so, because I'm so attached to this show, and I am by default better than any and every AI artist in air quotes, I decided to redesign the Winx Club girls because I love them. They're my babies and they deserve better. The first girl I redesigned was Miss Flora. Guys, I have something to tell you. I'm pretty sure Flora is my favorite. I know that she's considered to be boring and yeah, but she's pink and she's cute and she's nice and she loves flowers and she's baby. So before I did any image gathering for my mood board or anything else, I wrote down some important features that I wanted to keep in mind while I was looking for inspiration and while I was doing my redesign. Flora's Latina. There are a couple reasons why I wanted to keep this in mind. One, Winx Club, as the years went on, had a really bad problem with whitewashing. She got whitewashed in season 8 and in World of Winx, and same with Layla/Aisha, which is bad. Flora also did not have a Latina voice actor in the English dub until the Nick dub, which I believe was 2011 or 12-ish, which is just crazy because the show started in 2004. She is also the fairy of nature, which means I wanted flowers or leaves or vines in her design, and I wanted her colors to be pink and green. During my research phase, I looked into a lot of preliminary ideas that I had for her design. My first idea that I wanted to look into was flower language. If you don't know what it is basically, in the simplest terms, it's using flowers as symbolism for ideas or feelings. There were a couple flowers that I really liked the meaning for and felt that they kind of fit with who I perceive Flora to be as a character. There's roses, which symbolize love and passion, orchids that symbolize beauty and fertility, and hyacinths, which symbolize playfulness and happiness. I don't like the reboot at all, but I actually do quite enjoy the braid that they gave Laura. It's really cute, and I think it's really nice to stick some flowers in the braid and vines. That's cute. So because of that, I did a little bit of research on different braids. I decided my Flora is going to be Costa Rican coded, and she's going to be chubby because I like chubby characters. Guys, I'm chubby. I like seeing myself in characters, okay? When I was done putting my mood board together, I started on a couple of preliminary sketches. First, I sketched out her braid. I really love her bangs from season 1, and I did not want to change them, so she still has her bang. I did keep the braid from the reboot, but it is longer, and it has more vines and roses sprinkled throughout them. I also gave her a flower crown, which is also in the reboot, but these are specifically hyacinths. and they're not so much of a crown, they're more like a bush on her head, but it's fine, they're cute. For her dress, I wanted it to still kind of be reminiscent of her season 1 dress. I wanted it to kind of look more like a flower though. I really enjoy the shape of the orchid, so I decided to base her dress off of an orchid. So the top part of the dress and then the skirt is made up of petals, and I also included little like fluff or lace or whatever. They're cute, it's fun. There were also a couple things that I finalized in my illustration phase. First, I kept her gloves because they are iconic. She cannot go without her long pink gloves. Second, I gave her vines to act kind of like a sandal and also around her neck to act like a necklace. And then finally, I decided that I wanted her wings to be shaped like a swallowtail butterfly's wings, just because I think they're neat. Flora's a really beautiful character, and I really hope that I did her justice with my redesign. Certainly better than the Reboot AI slop, that's for sure. The next redesign is for my girl Aisha / Layla. Okay, so my next redesign I did was for Layla / Aisha, and whereas I kind of kept to Flora's original silhouette, I did not do that for Layla. Very much the opposite, actually. I did not plan on doing that. I wanted to stay relatively consistent with the original silhouettes, but you know what? This is where the design process has led, and I like it. So my first big idea was for her to have like more of a mermaidy vibe. I have always wanted the Winx designers to take more inspiration from mermaids for the girls' designs, and I haven't really seen them do that. Harmonics? Oh yeah. Cyrenics a little bit, but I want more. Give me more. I also thought it would be cool to use Minoan art for inspiration for Layla's design. The Minoans were a Bronze Age civilization that lived on Crete, which is in Greece. I was really inspired by the Ladies in Blue, which is a painting, I believe. The figures in the painting are wearing these really cool headbands and beads in their hair. I thought it'd be fun to give Layla something similar to that. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do for her dress. Her original outfit was already so cool and iconic that I didn't know how to improve it. So instead, I decided to just take it in a whole different direction. In the original seasons, there was more of an emphasis on Layla being a dancer, and they kind of strayed away from that a little bit. They kind of leaned more into her being a sporty girl, which kind of, in my opinion, took over her character quite a bit. So I wanted to reel her back a bit into being a dancer. I wanted her to stay athletic, but also kind of retain her princess character a little bit. So I decided to base her outfit on a color guard dress. I have been in marching band for nearly a decade. My primary instrument is French horn, but you don't typically see French horns being marched with, so I play mellophone for marching band. A big component of our performances is the guard and the dancers. Their outfits are always so pretty. If I could be flexible and dance and do all that fun stuff, I would probably be a guard member. I used color guard as an inspiration for Layla's design because I feel like, again, in my opinion, it kind of bridges that athletic and graceful gap that I think she should straddle the line of. Once I was done with my research, I moved on to her final illustration. I gave her quite a few mermaid-esque details. I gave her fins behind her ears and scales on her cheeks and gills. I also sprinkled some prose throughout her hair. I found a couple of specific references that I used for her dress, and I mishmashed it a little bit with her original patterning on her dress. For me, it's really reminiscent of flowing water. I'm not a huge fan of her shoes. Her shoes are jazz shoes, which help to protect guard members' feet. They just look a little too boring, so I might go back and rework those at a later date and time. And I did give her the headband, and in my opinion, it looks cool, so I think I win. I did try to stick close with her original color scheme. The greens from my redesign are a little bit more vibrant than the greens from the original, but I don't really think that's a huge problem. I did make her wings and fins a little bit pink because it reminds me of her Morphix powers. And that's about it. I'm really happy with how her design turned out, even though she strayed a little bit farther than I was imagining. I hope you guys enjoy her too. If not, you should let me know what I should change in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, especially with how long it's been since I've posted last. I'm done with school until February, so hopefully I post at least 1 or 2 more times. I also have commissions open now, so if you like my art, you should check out my VGen. I'll leave it in the description below. I'm not sure if I'll start working on part 2 right away, just because this has been on my plate for a little while and I want to work on other creative endeavors, including maybe a little bit of a redesign for my persona. But yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!